He's been living rent-free in your head since 2016, cope and seethe. You know, I don't really get these people who are like, you claim to hate Trump, yet you talk about him. Checkmate. We're not talking about some annoying YouTuber you can simply just not watch. He was the President of the United States. And he is still very much relevant when it comes to political discourse in this country, because he is currently running for re-election and has a very real chance of being elected again this November. Do you talk about how much you don't like Biden? I have a feeling you do, so that can be flipped right back to you. You claim to not like Biden, yet he is living in your head rent-free. You just can't resist talking about him. Comments like this are also really funny to me because you can tell they're really bothered by you speaking ill of their guy. They're really like, don't you dare say mean things about Trump, shut your fucking mouth. But they don't want people to know that they're actually bothered, so they put on this smug mask and they're like, cope and seethe. When in reality, most people see through the mask. I sure as hell do. Imagine getting pissed because a game is getting put on a gaming system. What the fuck does this even mean? This is under my video where I talk about the low-effort Red Dead Redemption 1 port. A video where I clearly get mad about the fact that it was a 2023 port of a game being released on the PS4. It wasn't even a remaster, let alone a remake. No bonus content was added. It was a straight-up copy and paste of the same game that came out in 2010. And Rockstar had the gall to charge $50 for that. How do you misinterpret that into me getting mad that a game is being put on a gaming system? Like, what? If Rockstar was like, alright, here's just a port of the game with no bells and whistles added on the PlayStation Store or as DLC for RDR2 for like $10 or some shit, then fine, whatever. I wouldn't be complaining. But if you're going to charge people $50, you better make that $50 worth it, and Rockstar absolutely failed to deliver. Again, that was what I was mad at. I don't even know what this comment is supposed to mean or rebut. Why would I be mad at the simple fact that a game is going to be released on a gaming system? Whatever, let's move on. So how is it the blame was fully on her, while her boyfriend pressed her and she said no in the first place? I just don't get the rationality or common sense behind it. What is this if it's not a misogynistic mindset? This is under my old La Mona Lisa rant video. I didn't even notice this comment until recently. I had to deal with a lot of these kinds of people back in the day. Why are you putting the blame solely on her? It was her boyfriend's idea. She didn't even want to go through with this stupid stunt in the first place. For those of you who either don't remember this or haven't seen those old videos, her boyfriend wanted to do this stupid challenge where he would hold an encyclopedia to his chest and his girlfriend would fire a .50 caliber Desert Eagle, a Magnum, not a simple handgun, and they thought a bullet fired from a gun like that would be stopped by just a single encyclopedia. This was all for the sake of YouTube clicks. She was pregnant with his baby at the time, and they already had like a 3-year-old also. The reason I also lambasted her is because even though she reluctantly went through with this challenge, she still fired that gun. She knew this was a stupid idea from the get-go. Again, she already had a kid with a guy and another that was on the way. One kid may barely remember their father and the other never got to know their father, all because their father wanted some clicks on YouTube. What I think is the real misogynistic mindset is believing that a woman doesn't have the agency to go through with such a blatantly stupid idea because her boyfriend told her to. She wasn't some naive little girl. She was already a grown woman capable of making rational decisions. She was already the mother of this guy's kids, and she knew that this challenge, quote-unquote, had a very high likelihood of ending with a fatality. But she still went ahead with the dumbass challenge anyway, putting her boyfriend's ambitions of being YouTube famous over the risk of one child losing their dad at such a young age, and another child losing their dad before they even fucking left the womb. I even literally say in the first like 2 minutes of the video, it was the boyfriend's idea, she just went along with it, yet all of the top comments are lambasting me for supposedly putting all of the blame onto her. Forgive me for not treating her like an innocent angel because she went through with such a stupid idea that deprived 2 kids of a father for the sake of internet clicks. So are we just normalizing not having attention spans now? TikTok fucked you kids up. People like rabbit holes and background noise. This shit comes off as jealousy, an admission of a lack of attention span, and an admission of your own lack of skill to produce content people want. You're criticizing a medium that has proven to make its utilizers successful, meanwhile you average 300 views per shitty upload. This is under my video essay rant, if you couldn't already tell, and I find it really funny that you come after me for supposedly not having an attention span when you ascribe a completely different position to me than what I said in the video. Yes, I did say in that video I don't like many multi-hour videos because I feel a lot of them are padded out for the sake of being padded out when the uploader wants to have this veneer of intellectualism. Oh, they're so knowledgeable on this subject, when the video really doesn't need to be that fucking long. And also, of course, it's probably to also insert as many ads into the video as possible. Let's not rule that out. I don't even entirely hate the video essay genre. Like I said in the video, I love H-Bomber Guy's content. A lot of his videos are several hours long. The plagiarism rant is almost 4 hours long, and I don't feel like I wasted a single second watching that video. I also love Sean's content. I've watched quite a bit of gaming video essays too. I just don't like needlessly padded out videos, and a lot of video essayists are culprits of this. And I also lambast TikToks and YouTube Shorts because I agree with your point, they ruin attention spans, so why are you saying that I am fucked up by TikTok when I also don't like TikTok and that form of content in general? I am able to watch hour-long videos, or hell, even videos that are well over an hour long, if the subject interests me and the creator is able to keep me engaged. Again, I literally say this in the video, and the video was only 5 minutes long, but no, I'm the one that doesn't have an attention span. God forbid I don't want to watch 20 hours worth of content about Victorious and Sam and Cat or whatever the fuck. Anyway, I reply with, you didn't watch a second of the video, did you? They reply with, the whole thing unfortunately gonna go cleanse my palate with some 4-hour docs. Bye. I don't know if that's supposed to be a zinger because I literally didn't say anything about documentaries in that video, but okay. And then I reply back with pretty much what I already just said. You're ascribing positions to me that completely contradict what I said in the video. And their big brain response is, I'm not reading that. I said bye. You say I don't have the attention span, yet you can't be fucked to read a comment that doesn't take more than like 30 seconds to read, where I clarify why what you said in your initial comment doesn't reflect what I actually said in the video, and you're just like, meh, not reading that, gonna flex on you over how superior my attention span is over yours, yet I can't be bothered to read a comment that doesn't take like a minute to read. Truly an intellectual, am I right? This person was clearly the smart one in this exchange. This should shed some light into why I don't really do back and forths in YouTube comment sections all that much. It's like talking to a fucking wall. Speaking of comments that don't take long to read at all, this is the complete opposite of that. I am not reading a single word of this comment because why the fuck should I? This is under my Redux video of my Nintendo is for Babies video, and just from the first few lines alone, I was able to tell that this was a comment left by someone who took that video dead seriously. I don't really have much else to say besides bask in how fucking sad this is. It was such an obvious troll video. I don't even consider myself that good when it comes to troll videos, but that's just part of the fun in me making them. But maybe I don't give myself too much credit because look at the comments section under the video I'm talking about, or my original Nintendo's for Babies video, or my emoji nerd glasses video. People take these poorly acted troll videos I do every once in a while so fucking seriously. It baffles me. And in this case, this person felt the need to write a whole fucking novel about how wrong I am, how stupid my video is. And the video was uploaded on April 1st on top of that, the day that is all about fooling other people, saying things that you don't really mean to get a reaction out of people. But no, not even that was enough of a clue for the Nintendo fans who found this video, or my Nintendo Network ID and 3DS friend code being in the description of the original video. Am I just a better actor than I let on, or are people really this deprived of intelligence? It's the internet. The answer is almost certainly the latter. Oh boy, it's one of the very intelligent people who commented under my AVGN video. As an aside, I'm thinking of making a whole comment waste bin dedicated to that video someday. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know, but there's definitely great video material under that video. But for now, let's focus on this one moron under that video. Better question. I don't remember a question being posited in the first place. Who gives a freak? I'm sorry. Don't you have something else to worry about than what another YouTuber posts maybe once a month? Oh, and of course, you have pronouns in your bio. Typical left-wing lunatic, judging and hating on others. I never really understood this. You have pronouns in your bio. What a fucking loser, as if any of these people complaining about others having pronouns in their bio don't have pronouns themselves. When you are not being referred to directly by your first name, what are you commonly referred to as? Dumbass, probably. But aside from that, he, him, or she, her. Could be a woman writing this comment. I don't fucking know. Never checked the channel to find out myself, nor do I care to. Pronouns have been part of everyone's everyday vernacular since pretty much the inception of the human language, and yet you have all these dumbass right-wingers thinking it's some new invention that the woke left made up, or some shit. Stop making the fact that you slept through grammar class in first grade everyone else's problem. And also, I don't think I'm the one who's judgmental here. I'm not the one melting down in someone else's comment section over the simple fact that they have their pronouns displayed on their channel. And I don't think it's much of a stretch to ascertain from this comment that you have some pretty unsavory views on trans people and the LGBT community as a whole, seeing that you, again, are melting down this fucking much over pronouns being in someone's bio. I would say that's a little judgmental, at least a tier above me, not liking the recent videos by someone whose content hasn't been good in the past, like, 5 or so years at this point. I remember seeing your comments on OBA Dragon's channel about me versus admins being tyrants on Wii U. I looked back at your channel and his channel since it's been 9 years since I last saw both of you. I see that both of you have turned for the worst. OBA Dragon got arrested for CP in 2016 and is now a sex offender. You don't fucking say. You have turned into a huge leftist cuck with some of the worst takes I have ever seen. I like that you say turn for the worst as if the two things you described are even remotely comparable. One guy is a registered sex offender who got busted for possessing over 10,000 images worth of child pornography and like 3,000 videos worth of child pornography, and the other guy has some political takes you don't like. Then again, looking back to 2014, both of you were very childish. I was 13 making rant videos about a children's social media app on a Nintendo console. Did you expect highbrow, intellectually stimulating content? I was a kid back then who made content that appealed to other kids who were also frustrated with the Miiverse administration. It was content that you and like 99% of the other people who watched my videos back then grew out of, myself included. That's why well before Miiverse shut down, I already stopped making Miiverse videos on a regular basis because I just got tired of making the videos. I wasn't posting there anymore, and I felt like I outgrew the site, so I wanted to make different kind of content. There's no excuse for OBA, obviously. He was already a grown-ass man in his 20s, making rants about said app that was catered to children. And of course, you know, he was also screaming at and threatening to do horrible things to children who would false report him on Miiverse. I would say, even though I was a kid back then, I made more mature Miiverse rants than him. But anyway, I can't believe Nintendo fans always become either pedophiles or huge leftist NPCs, or both. This is why I don't tell people I like Nintendo. Well, that's cowardice behavior, if you ask me. If you have to publicly disassociate yourself from something because you don't like what are ultimately fringe sectors of a much broader community, that is an insecurity you should probably work on. But the funniest part about this comment to me is, I don't even fucking remember who this person was. They felt the need to come back to my channel all these years later and leave this comment saying, hey, I used to watch you 10 fucking years ago, and I think you're a huge leftist NPC. Like, okay, you forgot about my existence several years ago. I forgot about your existence. You randomly remembered my channel one day, didn't like the content that I make today. Just go back to forgetting about me then. I don't really see the point in writing this comment, because why should I care that someone who already stopped watching me so long ago thinks I'm a leftist cuck now? And as an aside, just write OBA or Original Blood Ace. Who the fuck actually called him OBA Dragon. I know that was the name of one of his Miiverse profiles, but I don't remember anyone actually calling him that back in the day, but whatever, that's just a nitpick. I was expected to find a real criticism about hentai, but instead I found someone rambling nonsense about not liking hentai. If you don't like hentai, that's fine, but don't force your agenda on us, and no one forces you to look at them. If you don't like something, then don't look at it. It is the simple and mature way you can do. I don't watch hentai that often, only when I need to be in the mood to write a story. Yeah, okay, buddy. Okay, one question. What fucking agenda was I forcing on anyone when I made that hentai rant like 5 years ago? I never said anything like, if you yourself enjoy hentai, then your taste is invalid, you're not allowed to like it, you're subhuman for liking it. I was just simply expressing why I personally don't like this type of porn. And honestly, I don't even entirely agree with that video anymore. I still don't care for 2D characters in that way, or anything of the sort, but if we're talking about like a video game character whose model is based on a real person and their face is animated via mocap from a real person's face, then yeah, I can say that character is really attractive, if I do find them attractive. Like some of the women in the Resident Evil franchise, for example. Whew. Anyway, even still, at the end of the day, all I did was make a video that you had the free liberty to watch and not agree with. I wasn't forcing an agenda on anyone. Did someone have a gun to your head forcing you to watch my video and agree with it? If not, nothing I say in any of my videos is imposed on anyone. For some stupid reason, I decided to have two of these things. Now they are 10 and 14, which is a good age. They are independent, do their own thing. They aren't whiny, crying, or clingy. Whenever I think about having a third kid, I just watch these videos, and it makes me not want it anymore. Never going through the baby stage again. I don't really find this comment stupid. I find it more, I guess you could say, interesting. I don't know, I just imagine being the child of this woman and likely not knowing that she's posting on social media that she seemingly regrets having me. Going so far as to call me and my sibling things, like, Jesus. On one hand, I appreciate the honesty because I feel like there's a lot more parents out there than you think that feel this way, but they just don't want to admit that they feel this way. But on the other hand, damn, this is cold. As you all know, I don't like kids, I have no desire to ever have a kid, but if you do end up having kids, even if in hindsight you're like, yeah, this was a bad idea, there should at least be like a baseline level of compassion you should have for them. Because this comment makes me think, what is this woman's relationship like with her kids? Does she care for them at least? Is she shitty towards them? I hope not, but this comment certainly raises some questions. Wow, if this dude gets this worked up about a dog, I'd love to hear him go off on the people unaliving humans in the womb. Yes, murdering a dog is definitely comparable to removing a fetus that has no consciousness yet, still relies on the mother's body for survival out of the womb. You know, I really fucking thought that me talking about Christy No murdering a fucking dog would be one of the few political videos I would make where everyone across the political aisle could agree this is vile. But no, you can't even get right-wingers to agree that murdering a dog is bad. It's like we're living in a fucking Onion article. Imagine an Onion headline being something like this: Republican politician murders her dog, her base is okay with it. You would think that's over the top. No way would people actually be permissible of something like that. But no, this is reality. I got several comments under that video going like, cope and seethe. Imagine caring this much about a dog. Why are you so mad? It's just a dog. It's not like she shot a person. I remember talking about Florida adding slavery being a necessary evil into its curriculum and thinking no way would the average conservative actually run to bat for slavery in the current year. They did. I made this video thinking no way would the average conservative defend someone murdering their dog. They did. The bar really is in hell for these people. I keep mistakenly thinking that maybe, just maybe, they may have some ounce of human decency, but they do not. And take your pro-life shit and shove it straight up your fucking ass. I want to force people to carry unwanted pregnancies to term, but I won't give a single shit about that fetus once it leaves the womb, and I'm also okay with someone murdering a dog. I hope you don't delude yourselves into thinking that you're good people because they're nothing but a plague on progress in this country and just basic human decency in general. Anyway, that's all the comments I've compiled for this video. This was definitely a doozy. I don't really have anything else to say for the outro, so I'll end the video here. That's all the stupid comments I had to respond to. Bye-bye.